55 Stoic Rules for a Better Life. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something that's transformed countless lives across millennia, the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. These aren't just ancient philosophies gathering dust in history books. These are practical rules that can revolutionize how you face challenges, find peace, and create meaning in your everyday life. So let's explore 55 Stoic rules that can genuinely make your life better, starting today. Rule 1 to 10, Mindset. Host, let's start with your mindset, the foundation of Stoic practice. 1. Accept what you cannot change. Visual, person letting go of a balloon. The Stoics taught that suffering comes from fighting reality. As Epictetus said, make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. 2. Focus only on what you can control. Visual, circle of control diagram. Your opinions, actions, and desires are within your control. Everything else, let it go. 3rd, practice negative visualization. Visual, person imagining losing possessions. Regularly imagine losing what you value. This doesn't invite misfortune. It helps you appreciate what you have now. 4. Remember your mortality. Visual, hourglass. The Stoics practiced memento mori, remembering we will die. This isn't morbid, it brings urgency and meaning to your choices. 5. Expect obstacles. Visual, person navigating a maze. When you anticipate challenges, you're never caught off guard. As Seneca said, the wise person prepares for everything. 6. Think before reacting. Visual, person counting to 10. The space between stimulus and response is your power. Use it. 7. See things as they are, not as you wish them to be. Visual, clear glasses. Avoid adding judgments to raw events. See reality clearly. 8. Value reason over emotion. Visual, brain and heart scales. Emotions are information, not instructions. Let reason be your guide. 9. Embrace discomfort. Visual, person in cold shower. Regular voluntary discomfort builds resilience for life's inevitable hardships. 10. Practice gratitude daily. Visual, gratitude journal. Marcus Aurelius started each day by listing what he was thankful for. This simple practice transforms your perspective. Rules 11 to 20, self-discipline. Host, new setting or angle. Now let's talk about self-discipline, the muscle that makes Stoicism work. 11th, wake up early. Visual, sunrise. The Stoics 14, speak less, listen more. Visual, person listening intently. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. 15, keep a journal. Visual, person writing in journal. Marcus Aurelius never intended his meditations to be published. It was his personal journal. Your thoughts deserve the same attention. 16, set clear intentions each morning. Visual, person meditating. Plan your day with purpose before the chaos begins. 17, review your day each evening. Visual, person reflecting. Ask yourself, what did I do well? What could I improve? 18, take cold showers. Visual, cold shower. Small voluntary hardships build your resilience muscle. 19, delay gratification. Visual, person resisting temptation. The ability to wait for rewards is linked to success in every area of life. 20, define your principles, then live by them. Visual, person standing firm. Without principles, you're swayed by every changing circumstance. Rules 21 to 30. Relationships. Host a new setting. The Stoics weren't hermits. They understood the importance of healthy relationships. 21. Choose your company wisely. Visual, person selecting friends. As Seneca said, associate with people who make you better. 22. Ignore most insults. Visual, words bouncing off shield. When someone insults you, ask, is it true? If yes, learn from it. If no, why care? 23. Forgive quickly. Visual, person releasing chains. Holding grudges hurts you more than others. 24. Judge actions, not people. Visual, scales of justice. People are complex. Focus on behaviors, not character attacks. 25. Teach by example. Visual, person leading by example. Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." 26. Expect nothing in return. Visual, person giving gift. Do good because it's right, not for rewards. 27. Be honest even when it's difficult. Visual, person speaking truth. The Stoics valued integrity above social approval. 28. Listen with the intent to understand, not respond. Visual, person listening deeply. True dialogue happens when you're fully present. 29th. Respect everyone, regardless of status. Visual, person treating everyone equally. The Stoics believed in the equality of all humans. 30. Don't gossip. Visual, person refusing to participate. Speaking ill of others diminishes you more than them. Rules 31 to 40. Success and failure. Host, new setting. How do Stoics view success and failure? Let's explore. 31. Define success internally. Visual, internal vs. external validation. External achievements are preferred, but not necessary for your happiness. 32nd. Embrace failure as education. Visual, person learning from mistake. Every setback contains a lesson. 33rd. Focus on process, not outcomes. Visual, person enjoying the journey. You control your efforts, not results. 34th. Practice detachment from results. Visual, person planting seeds. Do your best, then accept whatever happens. 35th. Celebrate others' success. Visual, person genuinely happy for others. Envy is suffering over another's good fortune. Choose joy instead. 36. Don't compare yourself to others. Visual, person running own wrestle. The only meaningful comparison is to your previous self. 37. View obstacles as opportunities. Visual, person turning barrier into bridge. As Marcus Aurelius said, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. 38. Avoid complaining. Visual, person choosing positive response. Complaining weakens you and solves nothing. 39th. Take responsibility for everything in your life. Visual, person accepting responsibility. Blaming others gives away your power. 40th. Act despite fear. Visual, person taking brave action. Courage isn't the absence of fear, but action in its presence. Rules 41 to 50. Wisdom, host, new setting. The Stoics were lifelong learners. Here's how they pursued wisdom. 41. Read deeply, not widely. Visual, person rereading classic text. Better to master a few great books than skim many. 42. Question your assumptions. Visual, person examining beliefs. The unexamined life is not worth living. 43rd. Embrace paradox. Visual, yin-yang symbol. The Stoics understood that opposites can both be true. 44. Learn from everyone. Visual, person learning from child. Every person has something to teach you. 45th. Study history. Visual, person reading history book. Those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it. 46. Apply what you learn. Visual, person putting knowledge into action. Knowledge without action is useless. 47. Seek truth, not comfort. Visual, person embracing hard truth. The Stoics valued truth above pleasant falsehoods. 48. Remember how little you know. Visual, person showing humility. Socrates was considered wise because he knew nothing. 49th. Consider opposing viewpoints. Visual, person weighing different perspectives. The strongest positions come from understanding all sides. 50. Think long-term. Visual, person planting tree. The Stoics made decisions based on decades, not moments. Rules 51 to 55. Legacy, host on a final setting. Finally, let's explore how Stoics thought about their legacy. 51st. Live according to nature. Visual, person in harmony with nature. The Stoics believed in iving in accordance with both human nature and the natural world. 52nd, serve others. Visual, person helping community. Marcus Aurelius said, "What is not good for the hive is not good for the bee." 53rd, focus on your character, not your reputation. Visual, person building internal strength. Your reputation exists in others' minds. Your character is who you truly are. 54. Leave things better than you found them. Visual, person improving something. Small improvements compound over time. 55th. Accept death as natural. Visual, peaceful natural scenal. The Stoics viewed death not as tragedy, but as the natural completion of life.